everybody, and welcome back to the Brick Ninja. Today I am going to be reviewing all 18 minifigures from the LEGO Disney 100th Anniversary Minifigures series. And I'm going to be reviewing the minifigures in the order at which each character first appeared in their movies / their just first appearances in general. So now that we've got the introductions out of the way, let's start reviewing these amazing minifigures. Here is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for our first minifigure. And this was Walt Disney's very first creation. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit predates Mickey Mouse. And this minifigure's accessory is a, I believe it's a 2x2. Yeah, it's a 2. Actually, no, I think it's a 1x2. I think it's a 1x2. Tile that says Oswald and Act 2 Take 1 for a film marker. And as you can see, he has a molded head, and his back printing is a little tail because he is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, so he has a little tail. And he also has dual molded leg printing for blue and black. So that is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And next we'll take a look at the Evil Queen. Here is the Evil Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And a fun fact about the Evil Queen, her real name is actually Grimilda. So the Evil Queen's name is Grimilda. That's your fun fact for the day for the Evil Queen. And as you can see, her accessory is the magic mirror. And that is a printed shield piece that attaches onto this little rod / pole. And taking that off the stand in a more close-up, she has a dress piece that connects to the torso, and she has both types of capes, and this cape is actually dual molded. It's red on the bottom and then black on the top. And her crown is just one molded piece. If I can get that off of there. And this is very, whoops, and I dropped it. So here is her crown. And it's just one molded piece. It's very cool. And here is her facial expression. And she only has one facial expression, but I'm going to remove her capes to show you her back printing. Here is her back printing. She just has a little bit of like a sash or robe of sorts to connect to the front of her clothing. So that is the Evil Queen. Here is Sorcerers Apprentice Mickey Mouse from Fantasia. And this is a really great minifigure. Definitely one of the Mickey Mouse variants that I think a lot of people have been waiting for to come into LEGO form for a long time, me included. And as you can see, he has a bucket here to represent a bucket of water, even though there's not any translucent blue studs to represent water. And this broom piece can stand on its own, which is great, because in Fantasia he's making the brooms dance by themselves with magic. So that is Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. Here is Pinocchio, and this is a really awesome minifigure and a very special one, because as you can see, this is the very first time that LEGO has ever created a normal minifigure head with an actual nose. They didn't even do this for Gru when they made sets for the LEGO Minions Rise of Gru movie. They didn't even give the Gru minifigure a nose. So the fact that they didn't do that for him, but they did it for Pinocchio, is such a great thing, because you can't make Pinocchio without his nose. And his accessory is a normal minifigure head with the goldfish from Pinocchio. And I can't remember the name of the goldfish. I haven't watched Pinocchio in a while. So if there's anyone out there that wants to let me know the name of the fish from Pinocchio, you can type that down in the comments section. And turning him around, as you can see, he has printing on his legs. And I also forgot to mention, he does have mid legs, so his legs can move. There we go. So his legs can move, and his torso is this big blue bow tie. And he has dual molded arms with the yellow sleeves of his shirt. And turning him around, here is his back printing. And because of the way that they created this minifigure, there is no alternate facial expression. Pinocchio just has the one facial expression. Whoops. So that is Pinocchio, and now we're going to take a look at the other character from the movie Pinocchio, and that is Jiminy Cricket. Here is Jiminy Cricket, and this minifigure's accessory is an umbrella, as well as a top hat. And taking away some of the glare, there is his torso. He has this little coat on, and he has a little piece up here that just goes under the minifigure's neck. And there's his back printing. And there is no alternate facial expression for this minifigure, just the one up here at the front. So that is Jiminy Cricket. And now we're going to take a look at the Queen of Hearts. Here's the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and this is a really great minifigure. As you can see, she has the big dress piece that was just used recently for the Rokuku Aristocrat in Series 24 minifigures. And her accessory is this little piece with a flat heart tile on it. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to be, but I'm guessing it's probably a scepter of some kind. And taking off her hairpiece, which her hairpiece is just one mold. The crown is attached to the hairpiece. And turning her around, her alternate facial expression is her when she's very mad and angry and she's yelling, "Off with her head!" So that is very cool that they added that to this minifigure. And that we have another minifigure to add to the previous two Alice in Wonderland minifigures that we got. Now I just hope that one day we can get the Mad Hatter in Lego form. Here is Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. And this is a fantastic minifigure, and her accessory is a regular Disney Princess crown or tiara piece, as well as the owl that Aurora was dancing with in the woods. So that's very cool. And taking a look at her more up close, her hair piece is a hard plastic, and she has dual molded arm printing, and her dress is very sparkly in the light. And taking her hairpiece off and turning her around, as you can see, she has a sleeping facial expression because, of course, she is Sleeping Beauty. And the back printing of her dress shows some of the stitches and things back there. So that is Princess Aurora. Here is Cruella Deville, and this is a really great minifigure. And her accessories are, of course, a Dalmatian. And also this little piece right here, which I'm not exactly sure what this piece is supposed to be. I haven't watched 101 Dalmatians in a very long time, so I don't remember everything about the movie. And taking her hairpiece off, which I want to take a look at this real quick. This is a great hairpiece. Her earrings are a part of the hairpiece, so that's really awesome. And she has dual molded leg printing. And she has an alternate facial expression, which is a more grumpy and dissatisfied facial expression. And here is her back printing. And I also just want to say real quick, I think I put this cape type piece on wrong. Sometimes these soft pieces for minifigures are hard for me to be able to get on, and sometimes they can be confusing. So I think I put this one on wrong. So that is Cruella Deville, and next we're going to take a look at the characters from Robin Hood. Here is Robin Hood, and this minifigure's accessory is, of course, a bow and an arrow. And he also has this little feather piece that just attaches into the hat up here that's attached to the minifigure. And this minifigure has dual molded arms and legs, and a tail piece that attaches at the hips of the legs. And turning that down a little bit, there's not much back printing. There you go, now you can see it all. It's just the little line up at the top and then that at the bottom, so not much back printing, and this is a good minifigure. So now let's take a look at the other minifigure from Robin Hood, and that is Prince John. Here's Prince John, and this minifigure's accessories is a coin and a bag piece, and he also has a little felt cape. And this minifigure has dual molded legs and arm printing. And turning him around, you can see here's his back printing. So that is Prince John. Here is Mulan, and this minifigure's accessories is a sword, as well as a little clear cylinder piece with Cricket in it. And this is a really nice minifigure, and we've already gotten so many mini doll versions of Mulan over the course of the years, so it's really nice that we finally have a minifigure version. The only downside to this minifigure is that this is the same hairpiece that's been used with the mini dolls, so it's a hard rubber piece instead of a hard plastic. So I would have preferred a hard plastic, but it's still a good hairpiece, and I don't know why I put that back on, because I need to show you the back of the minifigure. So here is her alternate facial expression, where she's ready for action and battle against the Huns, and there is her back printing. So that is Mulan. Here is Pocahontas, and this is the very first time that we are getting Pocahontas in Lego form. And her accessories are a 1x1 tile piece of a compass, and three multicolored leaves to represent the leaves that are blowing around her when she is singing the song that she sings when she's in the canoe in the movie. I can't remember the name of the song off the top of my head, but I know what scene that is in the movie. And taking her hairpiece off, and also taking these leaves away, here is her torso in more detail. And Lego did a very great job. It is a one-for-one translation from what she looks like in the movie. And she also has leg printing and arm printing. Well, arm printing just on this arm. Let me see if I can try and get that to focus. There we go. There we go. You can see that right there on her arm. And turning her around, here is her back printing and her alternate facial expression. And looking at her hairpiece, this is a great hairpiece, and this is a hairpiece that would be perfect to use for Isabelle from Encanto. And that is definitely a custom minifigure that I'm going to try to make, since if you saw my minifigure series unboxing, you saw that I got multiple Pocahontas minifigures, so I'm definitely going to be trying to make a custom Isabelle minifigure from Encanto. So now that we've taken a look at Pocahontas, we are going to transition over to the minifigures that represent the movies in the 21st century, starting with Stitch. Here is Experiment 626, Stitch. And this is a really good minifigure. This minifigure brings back the classic Lego blaster pieces in yellow, and also reuses the type of minifigure torso with the 4 arms that was used for that one character from the Lego Solo: A Star Wars story sets. And the cool thing about these arms is that even though they're multi-layered arms, I guess you can say, they still do move up and down just like regular Lego minifigure torso arms do. So that is Stitch. Here is Princess Tiana. And this version of Tiana is in her green dress from at the end of the movie after she and Naveen officially become husband and wife, and she becomes an official princess and the curse is broken. And taking off her accessories, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. Here is her torso in more detail. As you can see, her arms are colored. I'm forgetting the official name of that for some reason off the top of my head. But it's kind of a, I guess, lime green, kind of, for like she's wearing gloves that go up halfway through her arms. And turning her around, here is the back of her torso. And also her hair is tied up in a bun. And taking that off, here is her alternate facial expression. And taking a look at the accessories, there is, of course, a frog. If that'll focus, there we go. And a, I believe this is a 2x3 flat tile for Tiana's place, or palace. And this might be my favorite accessory in the entire series, just because Lego got this so right. This is exactly like it is in the movie, just Lego-fied. So I give all the props to Lego for creating this so well. I love this accessory. And Tiana is definitely one of my favorite minifigures from this series. Here is DrFacilier, also known as the Shadow Man. And this is a really awesome minifigure. As you can see, his accessories are a brick-built version of his staff from the movie, as well as a tile piece for a tarot card. And taking his accessories off, there is his torso in more detail. As you can see, he's wearing his necklace and also a jacket over his shirt. And he also has his top hat with the little skull and also the feather, just like in the movie. And here is his face, very evil and mischievous, up to no good. And turning him around, he only has one facial expression, but he does have back printing, just a little bit. So that is DrFacilier. Greetings, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. Here is Baymax, and this is a really great minifigure, and he turned out so well with his arms. And he's very simple because he doesn't have much printing, but Lego still designed this minifigure to perfection. And I love Big Hero 6. It's one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years or so. So I love this minifigure because I love Big Hero 6. And there's his back printing. And as you can see, his accessory is his charging station, with some printing on this tile right here to represent, I guess, just some side printing on the side of the charging station. So that is Baymax. And now we're going to take a look at the last two minifigures from this set, which are both from the Pixar movie, Coco. Here is Miguel. And this is a really great minifigure. As you can see, his accessory is a guitar. and it's a very simple design. Lego's made guitars in the past, so take that off. And as you can see, whoops, oh man, well, I guess we'll just put him to the side for now. As you can see, Miguel also comes with Dante, and he has his tongue sticking out like Dante often does in the movie, because he's just a goofy little dog. Or is he a dog? As we know, he's not actually a dog. He's an albrihe. So, here is Miguel, and this is one of the best jackets slash hoodies that Lego's ever made, in my opinion. And he has plain blue mid legs, so his legs move. And here is his arm printing. That'll focus. There we go. He has arm printing on both sides, even though you can't see that because of Dante. And as you can see on his face, if you look real close, he has his dimple that he has in the movie. And taking his hairpiece off, he also has an alternate facial expression. And with this facial expression, I feel like you can see his dimple better than the other one. And he also has some back printing. And the special thing about Miguel is that he actually comes with a red hoodie and an alternate face. So I'm going to show you both of those right now. So here is Miguel when he is in his skeleton disguise, when he's transported to the land of the dead or land of the ancestors. And this is such a great thing that Lego's done, given one single minifigure two different heads, and both heads have two facial expressions. So that means that one minifigure has 4 facial expressions. So that is fantastic that Lego has done this for Miguel. So that is Miguel and also Dante. So now we're going to take a look at the 18th and final minifigure in this series, Ernesto De La Cruz. Here is Ernesto De La Cruz, and this is a great minifigure. And as you can see, his accessory is his guitar from the movie. And Lego did an absolutely phenomenal job translating every single detail onto this guitar piece. It is such an amazing piece, and this is a wonderful minifigure. He has arm printing and leg printing, covering up some of the glare there. And as you can see, he has his giant sombrero and his hair. It's a hair hat combo. And there's some detail on the top of the sombrero, and all across the sombrero is detailing as well. And taking a better look at the minifigure with all of his accessories removed. As you can see, if you look closely, you can see a little bit of his rib cage underneath his jacket, because of course he is a skeleton. And turning him around, his alternate facial expression is a more menacing and mischievous facial expression, because of course Ernesto De La Cruz is the secret villain of Coco. So that is such a great facial expression for him. It really fits him. And there's his back printing. So that is Ernesto De La Cruz. And now that we've taken a look at all 18 minifigures, I'm going to put them all together, tell you which ones are my favorite, and then I'm going to finish off the video. So that is my review of the LEGO Disney 100th Anniversary minifigure series. And this is a really fantastic minifigure series with so many great characters. Even though it's not perfect, like for example, I would have personally not chosen any characters from Robin Hood. I mean, if LEGO wanted to have animal characters, in my opinion, they should have gone with Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps instead of Robin Hood and Prince John. So these are probably my least favorite minifigures of the series. Even though they're still good, they're definitely my least favorite. And my favorite minifigures of the series are both minifigures from Coco, both minifigures from The Princess and the Frog, Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, Pocahontas, Baymax, Mulan, Aurora, and the Evil Queen. Those are definitely my favorite minifigures of the series. Even though all of them are good, like I said, some of them are better than others in my opinion, but they're all still really good. And I give this entire series as a whole, I'd say a 9.5 out of 10. And I really hope that we get another Disney minifigure series in the future because even though we have more Disney minifigure sets coming later this year for the 100th anniversary, there are still so many characters that LEGO could make into minifigures, such as we still need Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, Hero from Big Hero 6, or any of the other main characters from that movie. And just so many other characters. So, I hope you all enjoyed this review, and let me know down in the comment section below your favorite minifigure from this series. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, Ninja Go!